In this video I am going to be showing you how to solo complete the main easter egg on the Black Ops 3 Zombies map Revelations. Now before we start I do wanna mention you can expect up to date easter egg guides like this one, usually on the first or second Wednesday in each one. Anyways, now let's jump straight into the main easter egg guide. The first step is pretty easy, you can do it as soon as the game starts even without opening any doors. On your left side there are 4 tombstones and you must shoot them in the following order. First, shoot the second tombstone, then the third, then the first, and lastly the fourth. If done correctly, you will hear a sound and red flames will appear on the graves. Now you have to activate all 4 corruption engines around the map and survive until they are fully charged. There is one in the spawn room, one in Maw of the Dead, one in Verakt, and the last one is on the Horizon Rock. Once done, head over to Nacht using one of the portals behind the corruption engine and wait until you can use this console to capture the giant Apothicon. Now you will be able to go inside of the Apothicon and shoot these 3 yellow thingies to free the Pack-a-Punch machine. I highly recommend having the shield built at this point as well. If you don't know how to do that, there is a link in the description. And starting to hit the mystery box whenever you can is also a great idea, because you will need the Lil Arnies and the Apothicon servant later on. But now let's move on to the second easter egg step, which requires you to build a Keeper Protector, which has 3 parts and each has 3 locations. The first part is the flag, which can be found on Origins or Maw of the Dead in the following locations: near the robot's footstep, on top of the Origins excavation site, or in the cafeteria beside Mule Kick. Next you need the Keeper Hat from Verakt. It can be on this shelf beside Speed Cola, on a chair next to the electric trap, or on a chair near the Wunderfist machine. Lastly, collect the purple gem from Kronorium or the Horizon Rock, which can be found in the premise statue room, on the left side of the pyramid, or in front of the Verakt jump pad on this table. Once you have all parts, just simply build a Keeper Protector at Kronorium, Verakt, the premise room or Origins. So now you have to find a triangle rock which has spawned right after you have shot the tombstones. It can be found at the back of Shangri-La's jump pad, inside of the Maw of the Dead jump pad, or inside of the Verakt jump pad, the one which is connected to Kino. Once you know which jump pad has the rock, activate the closest Keeper Protector for 5000 points and use the jump pad which is connected to the one with the rock. This way you and the Keeper will land on top of the rock and you have to stand as far back on the rock as possible to trigger the Keeper ritual. Starting from this point you have to protect him from zombies for 3 minutes. This can be done by, the normal way by killing zombies, but I prefer a different method. Skip the round after he starts the ritual and in between the rounds run to the closest portal to enter Nacht and go inside of the Apothicon. This way all of the zombies will spawn inside of the Apothicon and basically you just have to wait until the zombie starts moving again, indicating that the stuff is done. I want to mention you can kill the zombies while waiting, but always leave at least 3 or 4 because sometimes they will despawn, causing a round skip. Whichever method you choose, when the ritual is done, the Keeper will drop a reel on the ground. Pick it up and place it on this radio Nacht. To complete the next step, you have to get the Lil Arnies from the box and preferably a strong weapon that can kill Margwas, but you can also use your shield. Save a last zombie and head inside of the Apothicon and you have to throw 9 Arnies in 9 holes. After each set of 3 holes, 3 Margwas are going to spawn and you must kill them. Keep in mind you are only allowed to leave the Apothicon after a set of 3 Margwas are died, or else you have to throw the Arnies again. Hopefully one of the Margwas will give you a max ammo, but if not you can get one from your challenges or you can just play until you get another one. Here are all 9 holes and the sets based on how I usually do them, because it's important to not throw an Arnie into the same hole again. By the way, you have to throw them on the same round as well. And I usually save flies instead of zombies by doing this step, because leaving the Apothicon will turn them into normal zombies anyway. So after killing all 9 Margwas, there will be another reel on this bridge. Pick it up and place the reel on this radio on Kronorium. To complete the 4th step, you must get the Apothicon servant from the box if you haven't already. Hopefully the points you collected by killing the Margwas will be enough. Once you obtain it, you have to shoot 5 blue rocks from the sky to get the upgraded version. The first rock can be shot from the Maw of the Dead corruption engine. 2 rocks can be shot from Verakt from the following locations. 1 rock can be seen from the Horizon Rock. And the last one can be shot from Nacht. After all 5 rocks have been shot, you can Pack-a-Punch the Apothicon servant. Make sure you do so and also Pack-a-Punch a bullet weapon, but not a shotgun. Now you have to collect 6 bones hidden around the map. They first appear as a rock that you have to shoot with your packed weapon. Then they will turn into a floating bone which must be shot with the upgraded Apothicon servant to be collected. These rocks are located at the following locations: in the broken church in the spawn area, near the giant robot footstep on Origins, near the waterfall on Veract, above the stamina machine in Shangri-La, above the Der Eisendrache portal in Nacht, and on the wall run on the Eisendrache. This last one requires the anti-gravity, but after shooting the rock you can collect the bone from behind the corruption engine. Once all 6 bones are collected, they will appear on the top floor of Nacht near the Juggernaut perk machine. Shoot them with the Apothicon Servant, then shoot the body with the Apothicon Servant again. This will drop the third and final reel. Pick it up and place the reel on this radio at the Origins excavation site. This next step requires 8000 points because you have to use all 4 corruption engines and shoot a blue crystal on the left side of each portal. You have to shoot the crystals until the turret automatically kicks you off. Once all 4 lasers are done, head back to the top floor of Nagdarun Totem. Interact with Sophia and follow her until the teleporter in Kronorium Totem. Stand in the teleporter and use it. You will be teleported to Samantha's room. Pick up the Kronorium from the bed and wait to be teleported away. Then, place the Kronorium onto this podium. Now you have to find 4 Apothicon eggs around the map, pick them up and place them inside the giant Apothicon. The egg has 16 spawn locations and all 4 are spawned into a different island at the same time. However, in solo you can only have 1 egg at a time. 1 egg can be found in Kino/The Eisendrache, in Veract, in Spawn/Shangri-La, and the last egg is on Origins/Mob of the Dead. I already made a detailed guide showing every location of these eggs, so instead of repeating myself, I'm going to put that video link in the description. When you bring an egg inside of the Apothicon, you need to get 10 zombie kills next to it to hatch the egg into a worm. Repeat this with all 4 eggs. Once done, you have to pick up the gate worms one by one. There will be 3 locations in all 4 islands where you can place down the worms to get a room. The correct location will be indicated with a beeping noise and only 1 worm can be placed inside a specific area. The Eisendrache and Shangri-La have the following locations. Next to the pyramid right on top of this tile, on the left side of the keeper altar in the premise room, and right in front of the stamina perk machine. In Veract, you can place down the worm at the back of the electric trap room, next to the wall towards the Kino jump pad, and next to the Zetsubonoshima test tubes. In the spawn room, the worm has the following locations. Next to the jump pad connected to Origins, at the left side of the quick revive perk machine, and in front of this window near the Shang jump pad. Finally, here are the Origins and Mob spawn locations. Next to the Gabugan machine in front of the corruption engine, at this wall in the tunnels right after leaving the infirmary, and next to this wall when you leave the cell block. Once all 4 runes have been collected, you can go inside the purple circle in the projection room in Kronorium Totem. But before you do so, I highly recommend getting the Thunder Gun out of the mystery box because it's going to make the next step ridiculously easy. After going inside the circle, you will be teleported to the boss fight room. At the back, there is a base with the Kronorium on it. Interact with it to make the pages move to show the order of your previously collected runes. You must remember the order of your runes. The order is different in every game, but you can easily do this by numbering the runes and checking them in your menu. After all 4 symbols have been shown, go back to the opposite side of the room. A glowing purple symbol will be there. Wait for your first rune to appear and interact with it. Repeat this with the rest of your runes since your goal is to enter the previously shown order. Feel free to use anything to survive because you will get a max ammo after inputting the correct order of your runes. You will now have to kill 4 sets of 2 Margwas as soon as possible because in each phase the room is going to correspond to a different element. Avoid the lava and stay on the upper level of the boss fight room during the fire phase. The same thing is true for the shadow phase, but you must also avoid the massive moving rocks. During the electricity phase, you have to avoid being trapped because balls are going to rise from the ground, and in the anti-gravity phase you must jump and stay in the spotlights to avoid getting hurt. However, throwing a Lil Arnie is the quickest and easiest way to complete each phase. Wait for the Margwa to spawn, then fire 3 thunder guns just to instantly kill it. Then just repeat the exact same thing for the next Margwas and the phase is complete. I would recommend collecting the max ammo after the second phase. And after completing all 4 phases, you can pick up the summoning key from the middle of the boss fight room and you will be teleported away. Not that you got the summoning key, you will have to throw it on 7 items out of the map. The items are the following: the chandelier in Kronorium Totem, the clock above the Eisendrache, the gemstone next to the palm tree in Shangri-La, this grave outside of the excavation site in Origins, this poster in the Mob of the Dead cell block, the MG42 on the fountain outside of Veract, and lastly this red barrel outside of Nagdarun Totem. By the way, there is a common issue of losing the key when using a portal. To prevent this, melee with the summoning key when you use a portal. But if somehow you still lose the key, you must down yourself to get it back. The only thing left is the final boss fight. You can start the fight by using the teleporter on Key Totem, but before you do so, make sure you have a good pair setup, a gum of your choice if you want to use one, for example in plain sight, a strong bullet weapon like the Dingo, the HV key or the Brekkie, and lastly the Thunder Gun. Once you use the teleporter, you will find yourself at the boss fight room once again, where you must place the summoning key on one of the pedestals and charge it with zombie souls. I recommend throwing a Lil Arnie after placing the key, because this will allow you to kill the Margwas and the Panzer. Make sure you kill the Panzer, this is really important. Once the key is charged, throw it on Sophia, then as soon as possible throw a Lil Arnie at the back of the room. This will destroy the Shadowman shield and you will have time to shoot him using your bullet weapon until he is in the mouth of the Apothicon. When he is in there, interact with the Kronorium and well, congratulations! You have completed the Revelation Easter egg and you can watch the final cutscene. If this was your first time as well, but you did all the previous Easter eggs before, you will get 1 million XP, a calling card, and you will have the RK5 as your starting pistol in every single game from now on. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching and see you in the next one.
Now rest yourselves. Soon